What if I told you porn isn't just costing you a few minutes behind a screen, but it's robbing you of the man that you could have been? It's stealing your focus, your energy, your confidence, ripping apart your marriage and even your sense of purpose. Every relapse isn't just a mistake, it's withdrawal from the life that you've been called to live. But here's the truth that most men don't realize. When you finally quit porn and rewire your brain, the benefits just don't add up, they begin to multiply. Today, I'm breaking down the 10 life-changing transformations that happen when you step into a life of real freedom. Brother, these aren't just theories. They're backed by neuroscience. They're proven in the lives of the 1,700 men that I've worked with and lived them myself. And if you stick around with me till the end, I'm going to show you how you can start experiencing these same results in just 7 days. And the best part, for free. Welcome to the Rebuild Man podcast. I'm your host, Coach Frank Rich here, founder of the Rebuild Man. And it has been our mission here for the last 7 years to help men just like you walk out of the depths of this addiction and step into a life of purpose, the life that God is calling them to live. We do that every single week here, multiple times. So if you're new to the podcast, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching us on YouTube, turn those post notifications on. But this episode, this one here today, is for the man that is sick of feeling stuck, tired of living in shame, and ready to know what freedom can actually feel like. So let's dive in. The 10 life-changing benefits of quitting porn and rebuilding your life. Benefit number 1, more clarity and focus. Clarity. When you quit porn, the fog lifts. You stop walking around distracted, half present, with your brain constantly chasing that next dopamine hit. Science backs this. MRI scans show that porn use actually damages the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that is responsible for focus, decision-making, and self-control. It's no wonder you feel scatterbrained. But when you quit, that fog clears. You'll find yourself finishing books that you've put off, locking in at work, being present in the moment with the people that you love. That ADHD that you claim to have, it is not a diagnosis or a disease. It is a symptom of your porn use. So when you quit, the first benefit that comes back is your clarity and focus is restored. Benefit number 2, greater self-control. Porn addiction destroys your ability to delay gratification. Every click reinforces the lie. I need this right now. But when you quit, you train your brain to wait, to resist, to choose differently. And that discipline just doesn't stay in one lane. It bleeds into your diet, into your workout, into your finances, into your habits. I had a client tell me one time, Frank, after I quit porn, I didn't just get control back over my urges. I finally was able to stick to the fitness plan for the first time in 10 years. Freedom from porn equals freedom in every other area of your life. Benefit number 3 here is greater self-confidence. Every time you relapse, you break that trust with yourself. You wake up saying, never again. And then by night, you're back in the cycle. That erodes your confidence faster than anything else. But the opposite is also true. Every time you resist, every time you choose discipline over desire, you start rebuilding trust within yourself. And confidence, brother, it isn't about hype or just pretending. It's about knowing you can rely on you. That confidence shows up in the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you lead yourself and others. One of the greatest benefits of quitting porn is that restoration and rebuilding of your internal self-confidence. Benefit number 4 here is healthier and better relationships. Porn isn't just affecting you, it robs your wife of intimacy, your friends of real connection, and your kids from the presence that they deserve. Studies show that frequent porn use leads to lower sexual satisfaction and higher rates of relationship distress. 56% of divorces will point to a partner's porn use as the reason for divorce. But when you quit, you rediscover what real intimacy feels like. Your oxytocin levels will rise. You bond deeper. You actually see the person in front of you instead of escaping into fantasy. I've had countless men tell me, Frank, for the first time in years, I actually feel close to my wife again. This, brother, this is what happens when porn is gone. Benefit number 5 here is more energy. Porn is draining you. It's robbing you physically, mentally, spiritually. That's why so many men feel tired all the time, even though they're not really doing anything. But when you quit, you take back and reclaim that energy. Suddenly, you have the fuel to crush a workout, to pursue that side business, to be fully alive and present with your wife and kids. Instead of dragging through the day, you wake up with a fire in your chest. Energy like you've never felt before. Now, real quickly, before I keep going, if you're hearing these benefits and you're thinking, Frank, I want this, I need this, but I don't know where to start. Stick with me because, like I said, at the end of today's episode, I'm going to share with you how you can join our free 7-day porn reset and start experiencing these benefits for yourself this week within a matter of days. Now, let's move on here. Benefit number 6 is higher productivity. When you're not wasting hours stuck in relapse or buried in shame, you suddenly realize you have more time in the day. And not just time, but more focus. We've seen our men and our clients triple their business revenue after quitting porn simply because they're no longer distracted. They're not living in secrecy anymore. They're living with purpose and intention. That is what freedom looks like, is producing at the level you know you're capable of producing. Benefit number 7 here is real emotional stability and control. Porn is keeping you on a roller coaster. Highs when you bend, lows when you crash. Quitting will help level all that out. You're forced to learn how to regulate your emotions. And by doing so, your brain returns back to baseline. You stop numbing, you stop escaping, you actually feel your emotions. And more importantly, you learn how to handle them like a man. Stress will no longer push you into relapse. What it's designed to do is it's there to sharpen you. By quitting porn and finding freedom, you learn the ability to regulate and stabilize your emotions. Benefit number 8 here is more purpose and meaning. Brother, porn is numbing you from the call that God has placed on your life. It's keeping you from stepping into your potential. It's keeping you small, distracted, and safe in the shadows. Freedom, though, freedom will reconnect you to a mission. Suddenly, you'll remember why you were here. You begin to rebuild a vision for your future, guided by your values, your principles, and your faith. Without porn, you'll stop asking that question, what's the point? You'll start declaring, this is my purpose. Benefit number 9 here, we've talked a lot about the mental health side of things, but benefit number 9 is improved physical health. Porn is wrecking your sleep. It's draining your testosterone. It's hijacking your libido. When you quit, though, all of that gets restored and your body begins to heal. Science shows that men who abstain from porn and masturbation for just 7 days see measurable increases in testosterone. Sleep improves, stamina returns, vitality skyrockets through the roof. Through the Rebuilt Man, we've seen men drop weight, build muscle, reignite their sex life simply because they stopped numbing themselves with porn. If that one in and of itself isn't enough to do this, maybe benefit number 10 will be the final call. True freedom and empowerment, the ultimate benefit. At the end of the day, quitting porn is not about less screen time. It's about no longer being a slave. This, my friend, is about walking in freedom. It's about living with power, clarity, purpose. It's about becoming the man that you've been called to be, the husband, the father, the leader, the warrior. And when you taste that freedom, brother, you're never going to want to go back. So, quick recap here: the 10 life-changing benefits in rewiring your brain: clarity and focus, self-control, confidence, stronger and improved relationships, more energy, higher levels of productivity, emotional control and stability, purpose and meaning, better physical health, and ultimately true freedom. I saw this transformation in my own life in 2019, and that's what set me down this path of creating the rebuilt man. And we've seen it in the last 7 years, 6.5 to this point, in the lives of 1,700 men. But now it's your turn. If you're ready to stop just listening and watching these podcasts and ready to experience these benefits, I want to invite you to join us inside the 7-day porn reset for free by clicking the link there below or visiting therebuiltman.com/7-day reset. I'm going to give you the same tools, strategies, and accountabilities that we use with our high-end private one-to-one coaching clients. In just 1 week, you'll feel momentum. You'll gain clarity. And you'll begin stepping into the life that God is calling you to live. Click the link below. Visit therebuiltman.com/7-day reset. Join today. Start your reset. Brother, you don't have to stay stuck. Freedom is available. The only question is, will you take the first step? Guys, click the link there below, and I look forward to seeing you on the inside.